And things are hotting up. What a day in the transfer window out of nowhere.
Mateus Fernandes, one of the most intriguing cases in the recent months on the market. Why? Because I told you in a video also yesterday, the player will go to who's offering €1 more in terms of club. So West Ham are ready to accept the best proposal. And then it's going to be on the player, of course, but both Tottenham and Manchester United behind the scenes are working on this. Tottenham want Tonali and Mateus Fernandes. It's not one or the other. While Manchester United already got Ederson from Atalanta and they also want Mateus Fernandes. So both clubs are involved. Now, the story is ongoing while I record this video. Both clubs are talking to West Ham. So let's follow the situation closely because Tottenham are pushing to close, but on the other side, Manchester United, not City, are still there for Mateus. So a big battle we have to follow till the very end. Then on Tchouaméni, many questions again after I told you the dream and the reality was the title of my video a few days ago on Tchouaméni and Manchester United. Many of you asking me, there are many rumors on Man United returning on Tchouaméni, what's the truth? The two problems on Tchouaméni remain the same and have not changed so far. One problem is the salary. Tchouaméni is on a very big salary and at the moment is financially not what Man United want to do. On the technical point of view, Man United would love Tchouaméni. Man United consider Tchouaméni a fantastic player, so they would love to go for him. But it's important to say, Real Madrid, as of today, I can confirm this, I can stand by my information, are yet to open doors to an exit of Aurélien Tchouaméni. So as of today, Man United or the agents of the player had not received any call from Madrid saying, if you want, you can get Tchouaméni. This is not happening. Then, if it's going to happen at some point this summer, I will let you know. And if it's going to happen, Man United will be ready to try understand the situation because they love Tchouaméni. But financially, there is a problem on the salary, and then Real Madrid are yet to open doors on this one. So it's going to be important to understand the developments on this.
A bit of a boost around Tchouaméni because Enzo Fernandez is liking posts on Real Madrid again, forcing a move out of Chelsea. Real Madrid expected to move on him. ESPN Brazil talking about it as well. If Enzo Fernandez goes to Real Madrid, at some point they've got to start selling players, and we're right at the front of the queue for Tchouaméni. I'm not writing that one off at all. And I think it's interesting tonight. Let us know your thoughts because I think, you know what, if I'm being completely honest, it is Toxic Sunday. People have got work tomorrow. They get a bit pissed off. They get a bit toxic. I could have just started this show like this. Oh my God, Cucurella's gone to Real Madrid. Chelsea are going to get Lewis Hall. Wilcox is rubbish. Barada's a prat. Oh, it's all going to go wrong. It's all so negative at Manchester United. We're going to mess this up. Oh, we've done it again. We're stuck with Luke Shaw. Delo will be playing left back as well. It's the beginning of the end. Ineos are terrible. Lewis Hall's going to go to Chelsea. Oh, it's all terrible. That might happen. That might happen, right? That could happen. But I actually see a positive in this. As we've seen with Mateus Fernandes, because there is other clubs interested, it's been like Man United have trod on a thorn. You know, normally United plodding through the forest of a transfer going, we'll get there in the end. But because other clubs have come in, we've trod on a thorn and gone, oh shit, we've got to get me out. And we're trying to get the deal done quickly. And I think with Lewis Hall and Cucurella, the best thing that can happen is that Chelsea do move for him. And I think they will. I think Chelsea will move for Lewis Hall. Absolutely. But I think this is good for us because I think Newcastle's ideal scenario is probably to keep him. Well, if there's competition for him, and look, what I'm hoping, and this might sound a little bit strange on Lewis Hall, but what I'm hoping, I will talk about Tchouaméni in a minute. Somebody in the chat's going, Tchouaméni, I'd rather talk about that. But I think the Lewis Hall thing's relevant. I think the best scenario, sometimes the best scenario is the risk, you know? If you think about it, it's a draw. There's 2 minutes to go. Do you keep the ball in your own half or do you try and win the game? And I think that Man United, we should always try and win the game. And I think that the risk, I would rather Chelsea approach Newcastle tomorrow and say, we want him, we're not going to take no for an answer. I would rather that happen. Man United just go, hello, we're here in the background, right? And then Lewis Hall says, I'm not fucking going to Chelsea. I'm not going back down to London. Fuck off. The price of a beer is ridiculous. I want to stay up here. I want to be in the north or Manchester, right? And then we've got the player. What we need is for Newcastle to go, yeah, we'll do some business. And Chelsea might be the people to open that door by going, you know what, we want him. And actually as well, we shouldn't be missing out to Chelsea. They've got no European football at all. We have got Champions League football. What we can offer Lewis Hall is left back for Manchester United for the next 5 years, hopefully in Europe, at Old Trafford. You'll get in your England team back. You go to Chelsea, no Champions League football, playing in a back five, probably, no guarantees. So I think we offer a better opportunity to Lewis Hall than Chelsea do. And I'm not for 1 minute pretending that Man United are back. You know, Man United are the demons of the transfer window. You know, we're like bloody Alan Sugar FC in the boardroom. I don't think that's the case. But, and look, this is what the United stand's all about. Like, some people think, oh, the negative stand. It's never been the negative stand. It's definitely the opinion stand. And sometimes my opinions will be, I think the club are absolutely useless. And sometimes my opinions will be, I think this could work out well for us. So Cucurella, out of nowhere, has gone to Real Madrid. And I am envious of that, by the way. I'd love to be a football club like Liverpool used to, where you wake up in the morning, you're not linked to a player, and by tea time, you've got them. I would love that to happen. But Cucurella from Chelsea to Real Madrid means that Chelsea need a left back. Now, really interesting as well is that he went for 50 million quid. So I think that's brilliant as well, because Cucurella, to me, is one of the best left backs in the league, and he's just gone to Real Madrid for 50 million pounds. You can also use, I mean, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. I think we all know that. But you can also use that as a gauge. I mean, what I'm hoping is going to happen is Chelsea are going to go, we want Lewis Hall, there's 50 million quid. And Newcastle go, we want 70. And Chelsea go, we've literally just sold Cucurella for 50. You know, the price of Lewis Hall has got to be around 50. And then United swoop in and go, Lewis Hall wants to come to us. There's a package that takes it up to 65, including add-ons. There's 50 plus 15 in add-ons. And they go, we'll do that. That's the dream. That is the dream. With add-ons, it might be a little bit more than that. But I actually do, strangely, I've seen so many people moaning online about, oh, we're going to fuck it up. He's going to go to Chelsea. It's embarrassing. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think this is a different Man United operating in a different way, where if opportunities present themselves at the right price, we will go for it. And I think with somebody like Lewis Hall, because he's homegrown, because he's very good, because he could be our left back for the next 5 to 8 years, we'll look at that and go, if he's available, respect to Newcastle, if he's available, we will move on it. And if there is a bidding war, well, we're Man United with Champions League football. That's Chelsea, where you've been before, and they sold you, and they haven't got Champions League football. So, look, it could go wrong, and I'll be at the front of the queue if he signs for Chelsea and we don't get him, saying, what a bunch of prats, Ineos again, incompetent. But as of tonight, I actually think it's not a bad thing if Chelsea make a move on him, as long as we are there ready to pounce. And my hope is, and I can't see any reason why not, I think he'd rather come to Man United than Chelsea. So, and we need to buy a left back. So, look, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know yours.
Get ready, guys, from this video to the next days, hours, or whatever, for a few names again in midfield. I would say the midfield battle, because on Sandro Tonali, I keep receiving many questions from you asking me, Fabrizio, many people mentioning Arsenal. Fabrizio, many people mentioning Manchester City. What's going on with Tonali? Is he going to Tottenham as you said or not? I stand by my news. From last week, out of nowhere, exclusive news, Sandro Tonali, Tottenham. Full stop. So, today I keep mentioning Tottenham and Tonali, Tonali and Tottenham. I remain on my position. Tottenham are working on the deal to sign Sandro Tonali. And that remains the case. Deal on Tottenham, Tonali. I'm not coming here mentioning Man City. I'm not coming here mentioning other clubs. Since I told you Tonali, Tottenham last week, the other clubs are no longer mentioned, by myself at least. So let's follow the situation, but the deal is on. Then